Hey, what's going on, my friends? It's Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. And my friends, let's see here. Let's see if we can get things right here. I am extraordinarily excited to be with our guest today, Mrs. Kim Balam. What's going on, Kim?
The missus. Not much. How are you, Dave?
I'm fantastic. Am I coming through loud and clear here?
Loud and clear. It's like you have new studio equipment or something.
I know it is like that. Camera Max Brio. Hold on a second. Let me black.
Muted. You're muted.
That's fine. I'm just over here messing around, hitting buttons. I'm actually going to be posting some behind the scenes footage today out on my socials, just about kind of some conversations behind the scenes with Ryan and I about what it's like for me to navigate technology. I've been working off of my girlfriend's laptop for the past 6 months, which is not even logged into my iCloud account. She gets notifications, things are going off, FaceTime call comes in, stuff's popping up. So that's been the status of my technological advancements over the past 6 months. It's been zero. It's actually been regressing. So to now be here with some enhanced kind of equipment, I feel like I'm in the future. I feel like it's Jetsons over here. So look forward to some better content, some better production from me. You're looking wonderful. What's your webcam or laptop camera or whatever that you're using?
Well, first of all, I love the plant. The addition of the plant that's like everything. I just use a laptop, but I did upgrade my laptop last year when I started seeing some income as a tax write-off. So I am very protective over my laptop. Like my kids can't even look at it.
Yeah.
Because I just like went full like, and it's not even a big one. I just wanted to be able to carry it everywhere. It went
Oh, wow.
downstairs with me at Mastermind. It survived that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So basically, what you're working on is one of those Air Max or whatever, the thin ones, the small ones, or is
No,
it a MacBook?
it's a MacBook, but it's just
Okay.
like it's small.
13-incher.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, that's a beautiful thing. So we've got some stuff to talk about. Okay, we've got some things happening, and I wanted to have you on the show today to, of course, go over kind of what we're seeing inside of our community right now. What's happening with Project 100X? We've got this challenge that we're doing for all of you inside of our affiliate program. And what this is all about is challenging you guys to create 100 pieces of content per month, which averages to about 3 pieces of content per day, right? We've been loose in the specifics. Some of you have kind of said, does this count? Does this count? Which is an irrelevant question because it's not a test. Entrepreneurship is not we're not going to grade you on this. We're trying to help you to build the muscle of consistency so creating content doesn't feel as weird, and doing marketing, which unfortunately setting up funnels and setting up things inside of your business, it's not marketing. We're not called legendary setup or legendary funnels or any of that because that's not actually marketing. The marketing is the shaking bushes, knocking doors, all that kind of stuff, cold calling people, outbound telemarketing, all the things, billboards, anywhere where you can get your message in front of people. Obviously, funnels and automations and softwares, those can help facilitate the sales and give you a place to be able to kind of funnel these people into your world, get them on your list. But way too many people spend way too much time setting a lot of that stuff up and getting ready to get ready. And so we've given you guys this Project 100X challenge. Of course, it's specific to our affiliates, but anybody can participate because It's really something that is simple enough to understand, and you can be a part of our community, and we'll give you the support and the encouragement and the tips and so forth along the way. And you've been doing a lot of that. So talk to us a little bit about what you've seen from Project 100X, what's exciting you about it, and where you think that we still need to do better, Kim.
Ooh, these are good questions. Okay, so what so far I've been seeing, this is probably the most common question I'm asked, and I'm guessing Dave is also asked this question a lot. But what do I post? But what do I put in that piece of content? And as Dave is getting at, to answer your question, Dave and we can't tell you that. If it were that simple, we would say, put this in the hook, put this in your value, put this in your call to action. That's you. What's your business? What's your niche? Who's your target audience? Because they're all different. Everybody in the 100X is promoting Legendary, but our business, it's not a box model. And that's why I love Legendary, because I could have bought a business in a box and have other people doing it for me. But the beauty of it is it's my own thing and I get to run it the way that I want to. So like my target audience and their pain points are not the same as yours. They may be similar, but they're not the same. I'm a nurse, not a teacher. So if so there's a lot of differences there. And I'm going to say this coming from a perspective of an overthinker perfectionist. So a lot of you, when I'm talking to you in DMs, you're overthinking it. You've got this paragraph of information you give me, and I'm like, what's your question? Like, I love you, but what's your question? Ask me the question. And usually what it comes down to is I don't know what to post. And the biggest thing I struggle with here is that when I first got started, this is my nature too. I'm an introvert. I don't really want to be seen. So I wasn't asking these questions. I wasn't in people's inboxes asking these questions. I was observing. I was following people who were I was just following people, right? Some of them I was like, "Ooh, I don't like that." Unfollow. Some of them I was like, "Ooh, I like that." And drawing inspiration from that and saying, or looking at people's content when I'm scrolling or on social media. And I was like, wow, that piece of content has a lot of people asking for that lead magnet or more information. And that's not something that I could have come up with on my own. So I had to look at that piece of content and say, what is it about this piece of content that is getting so many comments? And then drawing that and creating something similar. So that's what I'm seeing. What excites me is that there's already people having huge amounts of results. People are posting their what's the word I'm looking for? Their insights, and it's like flatlines, huge spike up. So I'm like, that's what it's about. When you're posting consistently, it just becomes part of your daily life. It just becomes part of your daily life. So making it a habit, and I see some of y'all already like, it's day 9, it's day 10, and like we got a long ways to go because as Dave has already spilled, it doesn't end after 100 days. So keep going. You asked me one more question and I forgot it.
Well, where do we need, I mean, I'm extracting a little bit of where we need to get better, which is, that was the other part. That was kind of the last and really the most important part, right? I mean, there's a lot of excitement and we want to hype you guys up. That's my nature. That's our nature, is to want to get excited and encourage and hype. And this is crazy. And, the truth is that we have to balance that also with where do we need to grow? And so I heard one thing, which was we need to grow in, and ironically, I talked about this yesterday with our accountability people. This idea of getting more clear about when you're asking questions, clear about when you're communicating, clear about who you are talking to, and getting clear about who you are helping, how you help them, and specifically what result they can expect from working with you, following you, asking you for more information. So clarity, asking clarity, in being more clear is one thing that I hear that you saying that we need to get better at. What else are you seeing where we need to grow, where we need to improve?
I would say really during this time, especially if you're new, is coming up with a content strategy. What is your strategy right now? And that may feel that may feel advanced, but that is what I feel like at the beginning made the difference for me. The content strategy I came up with the first 3 times didn't work, but I knew it didn't work after 12, 15 weeks of trying it. And then once I figured out what content was working, that became my content strategy that I still use right now. So, for example, I know educational content is going to grow my account saying these are affiliate programs. You buy from these companies, they have affiliate programs. I know affiliate marketing has been around since 1989, but people don't understand what affiliate marketing is. So showing them what it is, not just telling them there's an opportunity, but saying, what is affiliate marketing? There's a huge knowledge gap of I didn't know what it was a couple years ago when I started. I didn't know I could go to Target affiliate program and apply and create a niche and have a target audience and promote things online. I literally had no idea what I was looking at on social media. And I'm a
Mm,
regular person for the most part. My kids think I'm weird, but um like you know what I mean? So like show them what it is. That's not going to get you a sale today, but that is going to set you up to get a sale in the future. So showing them what is your strategy. I highly recommend that educational content. There's a lot of great entertaining content out there, but it's getting a view. And when I say views don't matter, views don't matter. It's about getting that person to say, hey, she taught me something. And so I'm going to follow her. And then eventually they're going to want your lead magnet. I also see a lot of that. How do I get people to click on the 5-day challenge? How do I get people to click on the confidence challenge? And let's keep in mind that's our low ticket item offer. Where's your lead magnet? We're using the business model. I always do this, Dave. When I rewatch the replay, I'm pointing at you right now, but then when I watch the replay, it's the wrong way. So we're gonna go this anyway. So you want to lead them to your lead magnet. I don't talk about it. Go watch my content. You will very rarely see like 5-day challenge for $5. You'll see me
mm,
saying, I have a lead magnet. I'm going to show you in my lead magnet what I'm talking about. It's free. People go
mm,
watch that. People go watch that lead magnet. So let's not forget that this is the business model we were taught and it's proven. And we're using the same business model that we're teaching other people to use. So you want to be that example. You want to say, I use this business model in affiliate marketing and it works for any niche. So this is that way you can actually help people. And if you're new, the one thing I did when I was new is in the background, I was looking up statistics on affiliate marketing. I didn't know much about affiliate marketing. That's another thing I keep hearing. I don't have results. How am I going to show people? Well, educate yourself on the topic. I looked up what Forbes had to say. I looked up what Inc. 5000 had to say, entrepreneur.com. I was looking at the blogs. I was looking at these statistics on American debt, the household average, who has a side hustle. So in my brain now, I can just spit them out that
yeah,
almost 75% of American households have at least 6 figures worth of debt. But that's because in the background, I was looking that up and I was using that as content. I was using that as a pain point. So go do the work in the background so that you can provide that valuable educational content. And then remember, who are you? And typically your target audience is you and
mm,
or you have the same pain points as your target audience. So talk to them as if like what strikes you? What would hit you? Because for
mm,
me, it was like, I want to be home with my kids. I want to take my son to hockey. I want to help my daughter with her homework. Like those were the things that when you say that, I'm like, I don't care what she's selling. I want it.
yeah. Yeah, and I love that because I mean I've you know this was foreign language. Now it's native language for me too when I first got started. And a lot of a lot of people trusting you is not particularly you being Mr. or Mrs. knowledgeable about everything. A lot of it is also your confidence level in just what you know about what you're talking about. It's not just your results. It's about you being able to educate people about what your topic is. And uh, you guys already have so much information and so much knowledge that I keep reminding you that is valuable. You have more knowledge than 99.9% of people, and you only have to be a couple of steps ahead of somebody in order to lead them. And so in order to give them some sort of value. And so as long as you keep the focus on the fact that you don't have results, that is what will continue to grow. What you put your focus on is what grows. What you ruminate on grows. It's why one of the best pieces of advice about depression that I ever heard was stop thinking about how depressed you are.
Mhm.
Stop ruminating on whatever it is that you don't want to grow in your life, because when you ruminate and you grow on it or you focus on it, that's what multiplies. The same way that an abundant mindset, putting your shoulders back and acting as if you're successful, showing up on camera and having confidence, that's what acting successful is. It's not particularly what you say. I'm not saying say you're successful. I'm saying act successful, right? Act like if you walked in to, say, a dog trainer's office and you had a dog that you wanted to train, and the person said, I have worked with thousands of dogs, but then you brought your dog and introduced them to the trainer, and the trainer acted like he had no confidence, was afraid to walk up on your dog. Just, you would be like, I don't give a shit how many dogs you've worked with. You look like you don't know what you're doing. You have no confidence. And this is also happens a lot in life, right? I'm always using the analogy of like dating and mating in relationships, because it's almost an exact mirror of business in building relationships and growing know, like, and trust factor here too. Because if you were single, for example, and you were scrolling the dating apps, and somebody was really, some dude, for example, I'll do one for the ladies. Some dude was like, Mac daddied out profile, you know what I mean? Just cool dude, got it, looking real cool, looking real suave, looking real successful, and then pulls up in an Uber, and you can just 5 minutes in, your spidey senses are going off saying, this guy is an imposter. I've been catfished.
He's living in his mom's basement.
Living in his mom's basement. Oh, want to go back to my place? Yeah, my mom's staying with me for a little while, but that's, yeah, my roommate, my mom. So the same thing applies. It's the beautiful thing is that, and I don't know if you remember this song, Kim, but it's like there was a country song about a guy who said, I can be anything on the internet, and it was sort of yeah, you don't remember that, obviously, by the look of your face, but there was or is a song, which a guy is singing. If anybody knows which one I'm talking about, put it in the comments. But he's essentially kind of talking about how he can be anyone on the internet. He can sort of put on his cape and sort of, people get they're keyboard warriors. Be a keyboard confidence, be a keyboard leader. Be a keyboard leader. Be a camera leader. Okay, Brad Paisley online. There you go.
Oh, I remember that. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
College days too.
Yeah. It's an old one. It's an old one. But I always remember that song because, not particularly because it's something. I think he was kind of. It was a lot of like either satire or kind of. He was saying a lot of it jokingly, but it's a good reminder that And I've had this happen many times over the years to where somebody is so confident and so like they just come across so well in their post. And then I meet them in person and I'm like, wow, man, the power of the internet, man. You know what I mean? They nail it, right? And so
Right?
it's like obviously we want to align, we want to be authentic, we want to be we don't want to mislead people. But my point here is mindset. And it's about acting yourself into a new way of thinking, not thinking yourself into a new way of acting. So a lot of you are, you're asking what to post, you're asking basically for permission, or you're asking essentially for somebody else to do the work for you, the research. You're already scrolling. Start saving videos inside of a folder on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, wherever you scroll the most at. Every platform has a folder for you to create videos. And when you come across one that you believe that you can gain inspiration from or remake, save it, and you begin to build up your portfolio. We've also given you a bunch of prompts that you can use in a content plan by using ChatGPT. I told you guys the other day that a lot of that content plan, of course, my prompts are what help to get good answers. I'm not just putting in crappy prompts, but um, that was created by AI. Same thing that you could do. Don't make a problem out of a solution. There's I almost think, and I don't know what your opinion on this, Kim. I'm pretty sure you'd agree, but we get crippled by how much opportunity and how many choices that we have,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, 1000%. It's almost overwhelming because there's a million different ways to make money online. So show people how to, the core four, start with affiliate marketing. Show them that. That's a simple beginner way to learn how to make money online. We don't like, again, that overthinking, because there is so much. The beauty of it that for me now tells me like I can do this forever. This is not, it's there's so much. One thing I want to say is just have somewhere, like I'm 41, so I still use notebooks, but I'm sure some people could, digitally do this, but I'm constantly writing down ideas for content. I'm constantly reusing ideas that are working. And my content, I post 2 times a day, one educational, one pain point every day. And I like, what can I teach them? And basically, when I find something that works, I just keep reposting it. I stopped overthinking it. I used to
Mm.
overthink, what am I going to put in my stories? I just started showing my everyday life. And now people are asking me all kinds of questions.
Right.
Opening up, Dave saying, like, have conversations with people. My daughter did a parasite cleanse. People are asking me all kinds of questions about that, which is super random, but it's opened up the door to, oh, I've been following you for 2 years. I'm really not sure where to start. I'm showing them where to start every day, but I opened up the door.
Yeah.
Here's the link. Here's the link.
Hmm.
Click on that baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, clear instructions. I mean, people, I talked about this a little bit on a call yesterday. There's like 5 common questions that your target audience is going to have, and it's almost never going to change. uh, Much of which is, how do I get started? Right? That's usually at the top of the list. And
Yep.
again, you just pointed it out. You have links all over. You're giving calls to action regularly, but people still they don't follow through until you tell them. And you're right. That's a great way to break the ice sometimes, by putting out some random content. I feel like stories are a great way and a great place to do that, to open up conversations with people. People are much more prone, I feel like, if they're not engaging on posts, to engage in stories, because it feels a little bit more private. They're able to shoot you a private message about something, about a conversation that you've started, right? You've started the conversation and it feels more one on one. It's also a great place to sell more, right? Instead of giving calls to action in your post, giving them inside of your stories, in selling from your story, and also giving behind the scenes content that's random, that's not about your niche, that's not about your primary message, that can create, and this is a great point that you bring up, that can create talking points, just things that you have in common with your audience that may strike up a conversation that will get them to either ask or give you an opportunity to present what you do, how you can help them, and as a result of working with you or taking your suggestions, what results they can expect. And just drop a link, just nonchalantly send them something to check out, right? So that's that. But bottom of the hour here, I want to talk a little bit about an affiliate update that we made yesterday. That was a long time in the coming, and it's going to benefit everybody. And I want to clarify it a little bit. We up until this point, our affiliate referral plan cookied a sale to somebody for life. So basically, if somebody bought through your affiliate link, everything that they bought in the future would be tied to you. And while that seems like a great thing, and surely it has its pros and cons, the challenge is that if somebody referred a customer months or years ago, and you are trying to promote something that has to do with Legendary Marketer, and or people are coming to you asking for help, or people are, you're doing marketing and find somebody who may have previously been a Legendary Marketer customer, you no matter what you did, if you sent them a link, you would not get credit for that sale because they were automatically cookied to that other affiliate for life, right? And so what we did was we changed that to a 90-day cookie, or attribution, cookie attribution, link, whatever you want to call it. We've always called them cookies, but um, you know, we're essentially attributing the credit to that particular affiliate who's doing the work now, and so you have an opportunity, all of you, for past customers who may have bought, for example, our legendary, our 15-day challenge back in the day, which was our original challenge. Now, if they buy our 5-day challenge or they buy our confidence challenge through your link, you get credit for that initial sale and everything that they buy for the next 90 days. And that's plenty of time for them to go through any sort of a sales process that we're going to have, that we're going to work with them. And then they're also going to be on your email list, right? You can add them manually if they become a customer, or they're probably already on your list. Hopefully they are. So you're going to continue to be marketing to those people and having a shot to continuously earn from people when you're promoting Legendary Marketer products, if you're doing the active work to promote that product. And so any comments, feedback, feelings about that, things that I may have left out from your perspective as an affiliate, Kim?
Well, first of all, I see the comments and people are excited about this. Personally, I can tell you over the last year, that was something I was like, "Ooh, I was just chatting with that person. I'm all excited." And then they come back and they're like, "I bought it." And I'm like, maybe the email didn't come through yet. Like, what
Yeah.
the heck? So this is a really exciting change for affiliates. And if you're not there yet, believe me when I say this is really exciting, because as you grow in this space, when you stick with it, others are going to leave. That's just natural part of life. And people are going to come to you as you grow. People are going to come to you, ask you questions, and you're going to be like, "Hey, this is what I recommend." And then you get the credit for that. So that's really rewarding. And I think that's a really awesome change for LM.
Yeah, it's a way for, just bottom line, us to reward people who are doing the work right now, and level the playing field for those of you who are actively promoting. We've done this Project 100X challenge to really kind of remind everybody that we're here, that we've got an affiliate program that's created as much success as any affiliate program that I know out there currently in the education online marketing space, at least in our niche. I don't follow every affiliate program or kind of back end behind the scenes of other companies and other niches, but I do know that we have paid out, as we've paid out uh, as much or more in commissions than any other company that I know of, and this includes the big names that you may have heard of, like ClickFunnels and Kajabi, and a lot of these other companies as well who sell software and even have heavy reoccurring models. This is just from hearing. It's not from looking at their P&Ls or bank statements. It's just from hearing what they've paid out and kind of how their business model works. And one of the things that we prioritize, because I'm an affiliate myself, because this is where I come from. I didn't ever, I didn't have a vision when I got into this industry about what was possible or what I wanted to happen. I just got involved with companies time and time again who either let me down or it ended up being crabs in a bucket, and I realized I couldn't grow in these environments. I remember, breaking all kinds of records in this water filtration MLM I was in, and brought my entire team to the company event. And because we were doing internet marketing, all the old dogs who were doing offline marketing, who had the stage, threw us all under the bus. And I just thought, I can't grow in this company. That was actually one of the reasons why eventually I went off and started Legendary Marketer, was because I just said, hey, look, I got to have an environment that is, that allows people to grow, that does the right thing for people when nobody's looking, that has integrity, that has the kind of morals that I want to have, but also has teamwork, that has each other's back, that doesn't throw people under the bus. And so we're thinking about not just our top affiliates, not just people like Kim, right? Not just Kim, although she's important to me and she's a huge contributor to our company and community, as are all of these people that you see on Wake Up Legendary or at our events. They're all contributors. They're all, for the most part, giving back to a community that's been beneficial to them, right? These are not huge high. As a matter of fact, in all transparency, we're not paying Kim to help out with Project 100X. She never asked for any money, right? She's just doing it because she wants to help and see you guys grow. And quite frankly, it was her idea to do it, right? She came to me and said, let's do this, right? So obviously, the normal thing to do in these type of situations would be to create backdoor deals and all this different kind of stuff with the top people. But the truth is that Kim's enough of a badass. She doesn't need special deals, and so is all these other people that you see. They don't need special deals. They don't ask for special deals. They just have the grit and tenacity and hustle and work ethic to go out and make it happen, and the spirit of service to want to give back. And so all of us are thinking about all of you out there who are putting in the hard work to go out and create content and send traffic to our funnels. We're also on the back end doing everything that we can to give every single customer that you send our way an amazing experience. And this is not just a plug for our affiliate program, folks. These are the kind of things that you should look for in all partnerships or affiliate programs. A lot of times people say, well, what affiliate program should I join? What product should I buy? Well, look, there's no one size fits all, but there's some green flags and some red flags, I think. And green flags would be an affiliate program that has your best interests in mind, that has tools, that has resources, that has support, that has community, that has good people involved who don't want to steal sales from you, that don't want to, knock you down to build themselves up. Instead, want to grow together and understand that the more good content and good messaging that we have out there about what we're selling from lots of people, the more we're all going to sell. Right? Because that's how buying frenzies, momentum, and great culture is created. What comes up for you around these things, Kim?
So many things. So many things. It was funny because I was telling my husband when I first came to Dave, I was like, so I have an idea. And just so you know, like Dave and I don't just chat. I was like, hey, Dave, I got an idea and I just need to run it past you. But I told my husband, once Dave sent out some emails to the community that Kim knew we need a buyer's frenzy. And like, I would have never been able, I was like, I didn't know that. Like, I think I knew that, but like, I didn't know it in those words. And that's like going back to what you're saying, Dave, is this community, there's nothing like it. Um, Being in this space for 2.5 years, I have definitely had shiny object syndrome. I have definitely looked at the other opportunities. And at the end of the day, there is nothing like LM. And the bad mouthing and the negative marketing and the bad press or whatever is just noise, and it's on its way out. And the same goes on the other side of the coin here as well. When you look into different programs, it's buy to resell, and that's it. And you're not even learning entrepreneur skills. The community is nothing. The fact that I reached out to Dave and said, I have an idea, that could have fell flat 1000%. But I had an idea. Like, I was like, I have a feeling this is not going to fall flat. Like, I have a feeling if I reach out to Dave, there's going to be some action. And you can't get that anywhere else. I just so I'm like, we need people to understand this, that we're a force to be reckoned with. We're still here. We're not going anywhere. And this is an amazing company. Because I have people in my inbox all the time saying, I did X, Y, and Z, and now what? And I'm like, well, you missed a huge opportunity. As I don't say that,
Mm.
but that's what I want to say. So, and here it is on a silver platter for you. But you're struggling because you don't have a good program. You don't have a good community. Um, yeah, I'm sorry. What did you ask me? I think I went off on a huge tangent.
I love your tangents. It doesn't matter. It just matters what you say and what comes from your heart. Um, you know, I will say this because I've been giving some tough love out a bit more lately because everybody needs to really understand that you're building a business. You're not. This isn't a job fair. We're not training you. You don't have a bunch of rights. Like everybody's like, I know my rights in life. And it's like, as an entrepreneur, like you have no rights, right? It's like you're the one who needs to be responsible for protecting your customers' rights, your audience's rights, right? You need to be the adult in the room. You need to be the one who's providing solutions to people's problems. And so part of this kind of message of tough love, which Kim says that she thinks but doesn't say, and I'd love to be a fly on the wall and just hear some of the comments that you make when you do first read a message, because I know I've got a few choice words of my own. But here's what I want to say is that there is a difference. You sometimes in the short term, it's hard to tell who's an imposter and who's the real deal, right?
Mhm.
And Kim mentioned some bad press and some drama in the industry. There's always drama in the industry. I've been in this industry for 16 years. There's always drama, and especially with people who are just wounded, unhealed, problematic people. um, there's always going to be drama with those type of people, and unfortunately any sort of personal development or bit like business opportunity style industry has people who are looking for quick fixes, lotto mindsets, right? Don't want to put in the work. They just kind of jump from one thing to another. It's never their fault, right? So obviously that kind of stuff is going to happen. Those kind of things are going to happen. People are going to do dumb shit. They're gonna try to market by slandering people and putting them down to try to build themselves up. But what you'll notice as you stay in this industry for a while is the difference between who the real ones are and who the imposters are. I'm not talking about your little imposter syndrome that you have. I'm talking about actual imposters. I
Mhm.
mean, people who reveal to the world that they're an imposter by trying to put other people down, and build themselves up, or worse, try to put other people down for their financial gain, which is both disgusting and just ick all the way around. But the reason why this stuff doesn't keep me down, not that it can't affect me because I'm human, but it doesn't keep me down because I'm a real one. What you see is what you get. I've got a 16-year track record in this industry. of dealing with and persevering through people's bullshit and persevering through my own bullshit, right? It's not actually about them. It's about me. It's about how I handle things. It's about my coping mechanisms. It's about, all of the things that I talk about on a regular basis in terms of my own personal development journey of getting sober and being a good dad and going through divorce and all these different things that have made me who I am. And the challenges in business are no different. I've been through some pretty significant challenges in business. I had a large company before Legendary that I had a partner in, and I don't even want to talk anything badly about him, but he just had some personal things that went on, and I needed to leave. I also had a health condition from my heroin addiction. I had hepatitis C. I needed to go on medication for that, and it was a pretty rigorous treatment. I'm thankfully Hep C free now and cured and clear from that. But I had to walk away from that, and that was a big thriving business. And then of course with Legendary and multiple attacks from people, because when you're at the top, friends, the bigger the bullseye is on your back. That's just a fact. I prayed for more haters. You can't be mad at what you prayed for just years ago, right? And not particularly that I was like, God, please stop caring for people with cancer and babies who are in danger and come give me more haters. But you get what I'm saying. It's like I knew that I needed to I knew I needed to rattle the bushes a little bit. And as probably do you guys, you need to be a little bit more polarizing and controversial and let more of the raw, passionate side of you out so people can feel something when you talk. But I say all that to say that if you think that you've seen everything there is to see from me and Kim and people here at Legendary Marketer, boy, do you not know who we are. And boy, have you underestimated us. And maybe that's because you underestimate yourself, or maybe that's because you don't believe in yourself or your own potential, but believe that I believe both in my potential and your potential, right? Especially when you get fired up about stuff. And especially when people attack you and try to take food off your table and wouldn't care less if you were homeless or hurt. That shit really gets me fired up. And so if any of my haters are listening out there, keep attacking me, keep saying shit, because I'll never, ever give you any airtime. I'll never, ever say your name. I'll never, ever even acknowledge that you exist. And I'll just keep working harder to show you that there's nothing that you can do to break me. And so the things that we have coming up in 2025, in the very near future, are going to make you need to change your underwear. This stuff is going to be so badass. The training that we're going to do, the sales material that we have in progress right now, getting ready to be launched in the near future, is going to make anybody and everybody who even blinked about Legendary Marketer's existence go, God damn, I think I fucked up. Right? I think I was wrong on this one. And I think that the majority of people can kind of already see and understand who the real ones are from the fake, right? You already sense that. You already know that. But if you think that we're back resting on our laurels or thinking that what we ate yesterday or last year is going to make us shit tomorrow, you've got another thing coming. This game ain't a game to us. This is our life. This is our business. And we're real serious about helping people and helping to create transformation in people's lives. And so just wait. Season 5 is coming, right? Actually, we're in the 8th year of business, if I don't say so myself, just as a little reminder to anybody about our stamina in this industry. Name another company, name another brand that's been around for 8 years, that's only getting stronger, that's been knocked down and gets back up even strong. You won't find it. You won't find it. And so if you guys thought that season 7 was interesting, if you thought that season 6 was spectacular, wait till you see season 8, because it's going to make you need to change your tidy whities. And you better bring an extra pair on top of the extra pair that you're bringing to the party, and bring your popcorn and bring your diet soda, because it's going to be a damn show. That's all I got really to say today, Kim. Why don't you bring us home?
How am I supposed to follow that? First of all, I need to run and get some drawers and pop some but I'm here for it. My palms are sweating now. First of all, do you hear that? That's it right there. I just want to say, like, when I come across a hurdle, my TikTok permanently banned last week. My Instagram is under account violations. Well, I look at my husband, I go, this pisses me off. But like, I'm not gonna quit. Like, it's just what's next. It's just the world is against everybody. It's not you. It's just, again, you just stand back up and keep going, and that's always keep a pair. My daughter needs that. She would kill me for saying that. She's 7. You always got to keep an extra pair of drawers with you. I'm here for it. Excuse me. I started getting sick yesterday.
I love that, Mom. Oh,
Um,
did you really?
yeah,
Are you having, is the flu reaching you up there?
I'm not sure what's going on. It's almost spring here, but I was like, not again, nothing is stopping me. You can ask my husband. I am the most annoying, consistent person, especially if I know this shit works. If I know something works, watch out. I'm gonna get there. It's not gonna be pretty. I may need a few different pair of underwear along the way, but I am not going to stop. The thing that drives me crazy is these people who are like so stuck in this hustle culture, in this corporate work environment, and their 401k and da da da. Like, are you, yeah, like, do you hear yourself? There's nothing wrong with it. But if you don't want to be a part of it, don't be a part of it. But don't stop us and trash talk us along the way. Like, we got somewhere to go. And when we get there, you're gonna be like, how'd you do that? You're not gonna want to do the journey, but you want to be where we're at. It makes all the difference. The people who are willing to trek the journey, see the hurdles. I'm not going back there. So what do I got to do to stay out of there? I'll do it.
No going back, no returning. Burn the boats, burn the bridges, burn the ropes. My friends, it's a mindset, it's a way of being, and it's a beautiful way to live because you only live once. And the risk that you take are, or the risk that you don't take, are the future regrets that you will have. Write that one down on your sticky notes. All right, my friends, join us inside of the Facebook affiliate official Legendary Marketer affiliate group. If you want to be an affiliate of Legendary and participate in Project 100X, of course, you can hear from Kim in there. She's constantly dropping nuggets. I've got some videos from other affiliates too coming soon to a Facebook group near you. Just kind of telling their story. People are just rooting you on while also building their business, rooting each other on. And it's just a beautiful thing to be a part of. So Kim, once again, thanks for all your help with everything. I'll see you on the internet. And of course, thanks for your time once again here today.
Always, always.
Peace.
Bye.
See you. All right, my friends, take care, be great, be legendary, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for another episode. Peace.